Honda engine. Working. K-series. Suspected head gasket failure. BMW M47. Working. Rover K-series. Again, head gasket failure. Ford 2.4 litre diesel. Working. Can't get the bonnet open. So what does this tell you about the Rover K-series engine? Does it in fact tell you that the Rover K-series, the most useless excuse of an engine failing its head gasket every couple of weeks or 2 days or whatever comes first? Or does it actually tell you something completely the opposite to that? Well, there's a choice between a well looked after Rover K-series engine or what most people call a bomb-proof engine, like you'll find in a Honda or a transit van. I'm going for the K-series. It's partly down to this term, bomb-proof. If somebody's selling you a car with a bomb-proof engine, it kind of suggests that it's been abused. If you're going to treat an engine like it's indestructible, then at some point you're going to find that it breaks. If you're telling the world that the car that you're trying to sell is indestructible, you're basically admitting that you're abusing it. Nothing is bomb-proof anyway, besides possibly tanks. And that rather depends on what kind of bomb you're talking about. I'm going to compare the K-series engine and something like the Honda D-series to a woman, a type of woman. One of them won't take abuse, won't put up with it, just simply won't tolerate it. She's a strong woman, she doesn't tolerate this kind of nonsense. Whereas the other one isn't really interested, doesn't really care what you say to her, what you do, who you talk to, whose face you fart in. Miss K will be the loveliest, most dependable possible lady you could imagine, so long as you treat her right. Miss D, of course, she's not hung up with all this sort of stuff. She's not shallow. She doesn't care what people think. You can just basically get along with her and have a good time, just like you can in your Honda D-series engine. Given time, Miss K, with all the demands and everything that you have to do to keep her happy, will reward you. You'll find a joy with this engine and this lady that you just can't really get anywhere else. You'll discover something amazing, something other people don't realise. What about Miss D? She'll carry on working, she'll get up every morning, but eventually she'll start to smoke in bed. Eventually she'll become scruffy and smelly and not particularly pleasant. The time will come where Miss D does break down. You'll struggle to find the right psychiatrist, whereas at least with the K-series there'll be plenty of people that know exactly what to do. Miss K is well catered for. Enough about women. What about dogs? Should we compare the K-series and the D-series to dogs? Yeah, why don't we? One of them will tolerate all this abuse you can give to it and just carry on sitting down by your side. The trouble is, it'll just turn on you one day and snap, and you won't expect it. Or you may sell it as this indestructible dog that never bites, and it'll bite the wrong person. And then we have Doggy K, K9. What about that? If you happen to adopt a dog that's been looked after, you'll find that it's a nice dog. It'll be friendly, it'll be nice with you. You take on a dog that its owner has openly admitted that it abuses all the time, it's not going to be a nice dog. Anyway, enough on dogs. What about engines? Engines are a bit like women or dogs. Hang on, I've already done that part. What I like about the Rover K-series engine is that it's very, very lightweight and revvy and economical and just a joy to actually use. I'm not saying the Honda isn't any good, but I think the K-series is better. If you're buying a Rover with a K-series these days, the chances are it's been looked after. The previous owner knows where its faults are and has taken precaution to make sure it doesn't break down. Much better that than buy a Honda engine car where the seller is telling you how much abuse you can give it and how much you don't have to look after it. And all of this is why I am currently driving an L-series. Yep, quite possibly the most dependable diesel engine going. But because it's associated with Rover rather than Honda, people still look after it. Well, almost. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody tuning up an L-series engine to make a diesel Rover go really quickly. Who would do such a thing, eh? Who could do it? Who would? Is it even possible? I think Argos should start selling kebabs.